I'll show you into my office down here. It's where I do all my research.
For years now, Richard Fulcher has been an avid collector.
So right in here is where I keep all my war paraphernalia.
From old uniforms and helmets to medals and even shells.
Once I started, I just couldn't stop. I still haven't stopped.
An obsession, some might say, especially for one treasured piece.
When he's talking about friends that were killed, that really hits home.
It's a 100-year-old diary that recounts a bloody year on the battlefields of France during World War I.
As you're reading through it, you can sense the stress hitting him as the diary goes on.
It belonged to his grandfather, William Valentine Ashley, a man he never knew, but for one blurry photo.
Just past a chap with his chest and head scattered all over the road. If this is war, roll on peace.
The writing has faded like memories of the war itself, so Richard painstakingly transcribed each and every word.
We had a roll call this morning and 230 men are missing.
The more he read,
I'm very lucky, bullets all around, but I'm not hit.
the more he yearned to know the man who wrote these words.
Yeeps, this is a nice trench. Dead Germans everywhere. We sit on them, stand. In fact, we have got to sleep on them tonight if we can.
The search for information led him to online forums.
There's a lot of Googling.
And one email that would leave him stunned.
I was speechless, just speechless.
Richard's grandfather had been fighting with his brother Joseph. Now Richard was about to meet a cousin he never knew existed.
You end up being my grandfather's brother's grandson. This whole side of the family you never knew existed.
And just like Richard, he was trying to piece together the life of his grandfather.
It's almost eerie how close we are that way.
Earlier this year, on the 100th anniversary of the Great War, Richard and cousin Gary decided to retrace the steps of their grandfathers in France, from the battlefields to the graveyards.
Going to the cemeteries, it left you speechless, breathless.
Almost 10 million soldiers died in the First World War, 10 million voices lost forever. But the memories live on, passed down through the written word.
They deserve to be remembered for what they did for us. We wouldn't have what we have today without them.
In Chilliwack, Brent Gilbert, CTV News.